why I say you're a blockhead, Lowry. How could you let such a thing happen? The man was innocent. What do you think the press are going to say about all this? Now get out of here! Get the hell out of my sight! And if I have any more trouble with you, you'll be dishing out parking tickets before long. That's a promise, Lowry! Oh, and here's my good friend Halligan, another one of the invaluable detectives of our glorious murder squad. Don't just stand there gaping, come in. I'm glad you could make it. After all, you're a busy man, aren't you? Now look here, Detective Halligan. I've got used to being surrounded by a bunch of incompetent, half-baked blockheads. But your smart, well-dressed colleague Lowry has just earned himself the golden badge of stupidity. Halligan, we've got a bit of a problem. We've had an innocent man locked up in jail. Regrettably, he was killed in prison before we could correct our mistake. Unfortunate affair. And now we've got this lunatic killer running around all over London. We have to make sure that at least this oversight is put right. Your clear-up rate so far ought to be sufficient evidence that there's no point in asking you to clear up anything more than a common bicycle theft. But this does happen to be the murder squad. I am the chief of this department. All I have for choice is that blockhead Lowry and you.
Okay, Chief. What do you want me to do? What mad assassin are you referring to?
Halligan, it's well known that you'd rather read those crazy books of yours during office hours than taking any real interest in the affairs of this department. But it would now appear that you've even stopped reading the newspapers as well. For months now, a killer's been running around in London, taking victims apart and leaving nothing but bones for us to find. You can read about it in any newspaper.
I've heard of that, yes. But I thought the killer had been arrested.
That's what you think. It's what I used to think too. But since this morning, I have every reason to believe that we arrested the wrong man.
How do we know that?
We don't know it for a fact, Halligan, but we can guess. There's been another victim. The body was discovered this morning. The victim was killed in exactly the same way as all the others. We have to assume that we're dealing with the same killer.
There's been another murder.
Exactly, Halligan. A pile of bones has been found in Epping Forest. Supposedly a male corpse. We don't know any more than that. I presume we both agree that it can't have been Lowry's man, eh?
Oh, of course.
You see, I've just managed to get that into Lowry's head as well. You heard it? Lowry's off the case. Halligan, you drive out to Epping Forest and take a look at the evidence.
Of course, sir.
And Halligan, no sloppiness now. I want results. Sensible results. The press has already been terrorizing me this morning. The killer must be found. Do I make myself clear?
Of course, Chief.
Good. This is the file with all the necessary information, and now you better get going quickly.
Where did Lowry go wrong?
Your dear colleague Lowry dealt with the skeleton murders last year. You should know that, Halligan. Lowry worked on the case for several months and finally managed to pull a culprit out of the hat. A butcher from South London. A married man with kids. They gave him a life sentence. He was in jail till 3 weeks ago.
What do you mean, until 3 weeks ago? Did they let him go?
In a way, yes. They let him go in a coffin. He was stabbed by a fellow inmate.
Then the case seems to be closed, doesn't it?
You see, that's exactly what I wouldn't say. I got a phone call this morning. Guess what's happened?
There's been another murder.
Exactly, Halligan. I presume...
Oh, what?
You see, I've just... You heard it? Halligan?
Of course.
And Halligan, I won't resist the press... Do I...
Of course. I'm not thirsty. I'd better not. These files are secret. Hello, Chris.
Hi, Halligan.
Have you heard of the new skeleton murder?
Not only heard, I've already been out to where the body was found, together with the forensic squad.
And? What did you find out?
Not a lot. The killer did a neat job. No traces, no witnesses. This madman doesn't seem to be so stupid at all.
Is the terrain still secured?
Yes, we left an officer there. For the onlookers. I hope there won't be such a crowd of people in the forest this time. People are just like vultures when there's something to be seen.
Who might do something like that? What do you think?
No idea. It's your job to find that out, isn't it?
I'll just drive out there and have a look at it.
Just you do that, Brent.
Okay, Chris. See you later on. Far too hot to touch. Far too hot to touch. If I pull that hose off, the whole of Scotland Yard will... I can't do anything with this. I can't do anything with this. I can't even pronounce the name on the label. Too dangerous to carry the bottle around with me. I don't even know what kind of stuff that is. There's nothing I can do with this. Hello, Janet.
Hello, Brent.
Have you heard? The chief has handed Lowry's case over to me. The skeleton murders.
Yes, and there was no way that I could have missed the conversation between the chief and Lowry.
Have we got a file about that?
As far as I can see, you've already got the file, Brent.
What? Yes, of course I've got the file. But you know that Larry and Stryker have been working on this case. The file contains a load of ridiculous nonsense, you know that. I need the terminal.
Remember the official channels, Brent. Get the necessary forms and then we'll talk again.
Damn bureaucracy. I need to make an inquiry, Janet, right now.
If you start shouting at me, I shall see the chief before you can count to 3. Do you understand? And now leave here, please. Come back when you've got the necessary forms. Here, take this sheet and get it signed.
Tell me, have you been to the hairdressers, Janet? Looks really great.
How stupid do you think I am, Brent Halligan? Do you think you can bribe me with compliments? Well, you can't know me very well. Without the forms, you won't get any inquiries here. Whatever you whisper into my ear.
Good. See you later, then.
Take your time, Brent.
I'll take that with me. You never know. I might need it. At least that's one thing you can get hold of here without too much trouble. They are needed for the forms. Makes it easier for the chief to sign them. Hello, Lowry.
Oh, no, not you, Halligan. You're all I need at the moment.
That's a nice suit you're wearing.
Don't humour me, Halligan. You don't know a thing about suits. A blind man would know from 100 yards away that you bought your stuff at Woolworths. What do you want?
I just wanted to say that I'm sorry to hear that things went so badly between you and the chief.
Don't be a hypocrite, Halligan. I know you're as pleased as Punch about this, but I can tell you one thing right now. Don't expect any support from me.
Let's not argue, Lowry. I need some information from you about the last investigations.
You've got the file, Halligan. I suppose you can read. And now scram!
Lowry, I've read your file. There's just nonsense in it.
Do you know what I think, Halligan? I think I don't need to tolerate a detective in a £20 suit walking past my door criticising the quality of my work.
If my suit was more expensive, would that make your file any better?
Very witty, Detective. Yes, really, very witty. Tell me, haven't you got anything better to do than crack jokes?
Thank you for being so very friendly, Lowry. Enjoy your spare time.
Just clear off, Halligan.
I hardly use it. We'll see if that's true. Good to know that there are intelligent life forms. There's only superfluous. I can find my way without a map. I know I can find my way without a map. I won't find anything. Unfortunately, there's no pizza in there anymore. Hello, Chief. May I just disturb you briefly?
Halligan, you're a pain in the neck. Are you planning to start doing things just like Lowry did?
I need information from the central database. It's about the skeleton murders. But Janet says she needs a signed 223. I've got it with me.
You've got it with you. How nice for you. And do you know something, Halligan? I will not sign it. What do you say to that?
How do you expect me to conduct investigations if you won't allow me to use the database, Chief?
You'll have to get up off your backside and do your own work, Halligan. I feel much more comfortable knowing that you and Lowry can't get up to any more nonsense with the confidential data stored in our database.
Of course, Chief. Thanks a lot.
Don't get stroppy, Halligan.
Good morning, officer.
Good morning, Detective. I hope you've had a good breakfast. The sight over there is not very appetizing.
Oh, well, I've got used to it. When were the bones discovered?
At 5:30 a.m. by a jogger. He phoned us.
A jogger? Has he been interviewed?
Well, he's in hospital for the time being. The shock, you know. We could hardly even take down his particulars.
Why was that?
He had to throw up several times, sir.
Oh, I understand. Could he have left the bones here?
It's not impossible, but I don't really believe it. He's a tourist and only arrived in London last night. I suppose he came here by accident.
He's a tourist. Since when did tourists jog at 5:30 in the morning? Is he on a fitness trip?
Sir, he told us he was a decathlete. It's his job.
Okay, officer, that was it. Thank you.
Any time, sir.
Good morning, officer.
Good morning, Detective. I hope you've had a good breakfast. The sight over there is not very appetizing.
I know, officer. I can imagine a better sight as well. Has the forensic squad already been here?
Yes, just this morning, after the phone call.
Ah. Are there any useful traces?
Hardly any traces at all, sir. No blood, no fingerprints, nothing. I don't want to judge the case prematurely, but I don't believe you'll find anything more here, sir. Detective Hecker and his people have done a thorough job.
We'll see. What about identification? Has the forensic squad said anything about that yet?
Detective Hecker said that we'd have to wait for the dentist's report. The chances are practically nil. We've got hundreds of missing people in the files, and of course the dead person could be a foreigner. This won't be easy for you, Detective.
What do you think, officer? What happened here?
Well, if you ask me, this is the same handwriting as in the other cases we've dealt with in the last months. This is the third crime scene of this kind I've seen, and every time it's the same pattern. A pile of bones, nicely cleaned, no traces, nothing.
Yes, I quite agree. It's either the same culprit or somebody joining in his game.
To be honest, sir, I can hardly imagine that there is more than one person in London capable of such a crime. Just look at the remains. If you want to know what I think, whoever did this ought to be shot. Prison is far too good a treatment for such a sick madman.
Okay, officer, that was it. Thank you.
Any time, sir.
That will be my case file. That will be stupid. I don't want... It won't work like that. Hello, Janet. It's me again.
I can see that. What is it? Have you forgotten something again?
Nice day today, isn't it?
Don't trouble yourself, Brent. I will not go to the cinema with you.
No, Janet. That's not what's on my mind at the moment. I've still got your green scarf. You want it back?
Oh, that ugly thing that the department gave me as a present for my birthday. Well, I was hoping you'd either forget it or throw it away. Just keep it, please.
It's autumn. You'll catch a cold.
Well, that's still better than making a fool of myself by wearing such a scarf. And now I don't feel like talking to you anymore. See you later.
Good. See you later, then.
Take your time, Brent.
Hello, Janet. What about my database inquiry now?
I don't like to repeat myself, Brent. Have you not been listening?
Yes, of course I have.
Well, then you know it all, don't you?
Sure.
In that case, see you later, Brent.
Good. See you later, then.
Take your time, Brent.
Halligan,
Yes?
might I ask you what you think you're doing?
I just wanted to borrow your scissors. Just for 5 minutes.
Forget it.
For heaven's sake, it's only a pair of scissors.
Only a pair of scissors? Well, if it's only a pair of scissors, I'm sure you won't have much difficulty in getting a pair from somewhere else. Am I right?
All right, then. Keep them. I never use the receiver. That thing is just too heavy. Using the loudspeaker is much more comfortable. I never use the receiver. That thing is just too heavy. Using the loudspeaker is much more comfortable. Hello, Chris.
Hi, Halligan.
I've just come back from the place where they found the bones in Epping Forest.
Why are you telling me? Have there been any decisive discoveries in that case?
There was a pile of bones. Nothing else.
Yes, I had that impression as well when I was out there with the forensic squad. Everything is quite clean. You didn't find anything either?
No, nothing.
I would actually have been surprised if you had. And why did you come here then, if I may ask?
Oh, I thought you might be interested in this.
Sure, Halligan. Thank you. Anything else?
No, that was it.
Well then, see you later.
Okay, Chris. See you later on. Chief?
What is it now, Halligan?
Couldn't you think again about the security regulations?
Are you deaf? I said no. Now get out.
Okay, I'm going. Sorry, sir. I should think about it again. I'd rather think about it again. I can't see any connection there. That won't get me any further. No way. I can't do that. No way. No, better. That won't get me any further. My case file. That won't help. That's my case file. A matchbox. Still half full. I'd better not light that. Think first, Brent. That doesn't... I can't do anything with this. I can't even pronounce the name on the label right. Think first. Fingerprint powder. I really don't want to break anything. There's only superfluous stuff in there. I'll take it with me. Maybe I'll give it back to Miss I'm determined to give up smoking. Leave those alone. I've already taken one this morning. Leave them. Nope, no darts now. Maybe I'll play later. Again. Is there anything worse than thirst? I'll take it with me. No, better. That won't get... No, that's that won't get me any further. That's futile as well. Nothing's happening.
What is it this time, Halligan?
Where can I find Detective Stryker?
Stryker? On holiday? Why?
I heard he was suspended.
Well, not exactly suspended. Actually, the chief did advise him to take his annual holiday.
Why?
I don't know. Ask the chief. Anyway, Stryker's on holiday, and that's that.
As a reward for his outstanding achievements in the skeleton murders, I suppose.
Listen, Halligan, your jokes are starting to get on my nerves. I suggest you leave now.
Okay. I'll talk to you later, Lowry.
What is it this time, Halligan?
I'd really like to know how a braggart like you managed to get a date with Janet.
Well, you know what, Halligan? Women do like a winner, don't they? Little Janet is no exception. We went to the Palace yesterday.
What was showing?
The new Schwarzenegger film.
You know how to handle women, don't you?
Of course. Janet said she found it disgusting, but I know for a fact that she was very keen on it. Women are like that. Do you understand?
What amazes me is why a woman like her should find your boring stories about cars, sports, and action films so entertaining.
Halligan, I'm sure you didn't come to tell me that. What do you really want?
Could I just use your phone?
Haven't you got your own telephone, Halligan?
Yes, but there's something not quite right with it.
No dialing tone. Is that it?
Tell me, Lowry, what's your extension?
196. You know that.
Yes, right. I just forgotten it. I don't phone you so very often.
Yeah, and that's the way I like it, Halligan. Don't you dare start ringing me up and getting on my nerves.
That's right.
The chief can explain it to you for certain. Have fun.
You're a really nice person, Lowry.
I do my best.
Okay. I'll talk to you later, Lowry. The green scarf is my gloves. A roll of plastic bags to secure evidence. That is no important evidence, I'm sure about that. That is no important evidence, I'm sure about that. That is no important evidence, I'm sure about that. I need to have the grass examined. I've just come back from the place where they found the bones in Epping Forest.
And? Trailblazing new findings?
I've got something here I'd like you to have a look at.
Show me.
Here you go, Chris. Have a look at this.
A bone. Very likely the right thigh bone. Why are you bringing it here? I had a look at the bones with the forensic squad this morning.
I know, but I've still got a couple of questions about them.
Well, go ahead then.
Did somebody maybe scorch the flesh off the bone?
No, definitely not. That would look different. I suspect that it was rather cut off, Or maybe taken off with acid.
Can you see any abnormalities?
I would have noticed them, Halligan. No fractures, no bruises. Everything quite normal.
What sex was the victim?
Judging by the structure of the bones, I think it was male. I'll write that down in my report as well. But I'll tell you right now that you won't get it before the end of the week, Halligan.
You can't tell me more than that about the bones? Chris, that doesn't help me.
There's really no more to say about the bones, Halligan. Just wait for my report. You'll have it all nicely written down then. Or, hang on a moment. If you're really interested, go and see Professor Turner. He was the supervisor of a friend's PhD thesis. That's how I met him. He works in an anthropological museum in Oxford. If anybody can say anything about the bones, he can.
Okay, thanks for the advice.
Don't mention it, Brent.
Not a good idea. Some tufts of grass from the place where the bones were found. Chris, I've got something else for you. Could you have a quick look at that too?
The weed. Also from the place where the bones were found, I suppose.
Exactly.
Okay, Brent. And what do you want to know about it?
Do you notice anything about it?
The grass looks slightly burnt, I'd say.
The bones were lying on this grass.
Oh, maybe somebody made a fire on the grass before the bones were lying there. That's not very unusual in parks.
It's forbidden to light fires in Epping Forest.
Forbidden? Halligan, be realistic. Who cares about that? If people want to light a fire, they'll do it.
That was no fireplace, Chris. The grass was burnt under the bones and just there.
Well then, maybe the bones got hot.
Can bones get that hot in the sun?
Well, I don't think this is very likely in autumn. But right now, I can't say much more about that either.
Okay, Chris. See you later on.
Here, are you crazy? That's mine. Hands off, okay?
Hello, my friend.
Huh?
Can I help you somehow?
Help? Help? Nobody can help me.
Hey, don't despair. Everybody has a hard time now and then. Maybe I can do something for you.
Just leave it. I've lost everything. Everything. No money, no flat, no future. I'm finished. Simply finished.
What do you need most urgently?
What I need a drink. Hey, mightn't you have a couple of pounds for me?
Sorry, I've got no money on me.
No money, eh? Well, bugger off then, old miser.
Okay, I must be off now.
Well then, okay.
Hello, my friend.
Huh?
What are you doing here?
Are you blind? I'm having a drink.
Can I have a drop?
Get your own bottle, mate. And get me one as well. My bottle's empty.
Okay, I must be off now.
Well then, okay.
Hello, my friend.
Huh?
How are you doing?
What? What do you want?
Isn't it too cold for you on the ground?
Cold? Ah, so what? There's stuff here. It warms you up better than any heating.
What is it, if I may ask?
Cider, pal. Really cheap. And it's nice. It goes down well.
Why do you drink so much?
Because I'm thirsty. Very thirsty.
Do you still like the taste?
Of course I like it. Dum-dum.
It smells pretty strong, if I may say so. How do you manage to drink that?
I drink everything, mate. From schnapps to aftershave. Most important thing is that it makes you happy.
You don't look too happy, though. Okay, I must be off now.
Well then. Okay.
That would be stupid. That doesn't work. I don't want that. I got you something. Here you are.
Oh, what's that, pal?
Apple juice. Naturally cloudy. Lots of vitamin C.
Apple juice? Are you pulling my leg?
Didn't you say you were thirsty?
Are you dense, mister? I want a bottle of cider. Apple juice is alright in the nursery, but I'm not into that.
Why don't you try?
Get lost. Leave me alone. You can drink your apple juice yourself.
I got you something. Here you are.
Oh, what's that, pal?
Apple juice. Didn't...
Oh,
Why don't you...
Get.
I'd like to sit on this bench here all day, but I don't have the time. Locked. Closed due to renovation works. Great. And now